Clannad After Story depicts the many themes of love and loss. It follows a pleasant and honest relationship between two high schoolers as they move on from their teenage years, get married, and struggle to start a family. Watching the blooming of Tomoya's and Nagisa's relationship was beautiful, but there's one prevalent theme in After Story that seems to be rarely discussed. It's unfortunate that this theme is underrated because it's a very important theme that not everyone gets the chance to experience. After Story, to me, more than anything else, is a story of paternity. The appropriately named 18th episode of After Story, The Ends of the Earth, was my favorite episode by far. It's where the anime portrays the true meaning of being a father. Tomoya meets up with his grandmother, who hadn't seen him since he was a child. Throughout Tomoya's high school career and beyond, he only thought of how his father had hurt his life, how his father had permanently injured his shoulder, how his father had ruined his chance at a stable career, how his father neglected his responsibilities as a member of society. All of that clouded Tomoya's thoughts of his father, and as a result, he pushed his father out of his life. They essentially became strangers. However, reuniting with his grandmother taught Tomoya that he shouldn't disregard all the care and love that went into what his father did. Tomoya's father, after losing the woman he loved, still worked hard to support his son, and Tomoya had failed to appreciate that hard work until it was right in front of his face. Unlike his own father, Tomoya had entirely abandoned the responsibility of his daughter after Nagisa died. In that flower field, where his father had once taken him as a child, Tomoya reconnected with his fatherhood. He found a new purpose, to give his daughter the father she deserved. Ushio was finally able to cry in the only place she was told she could, in her father's arms. Clannad clearly illustrated what it means to be a true father in the episode. What does it truly mean to be a father? It's not about how much you love your family. It's not about how much you provide for your family. It's not about how much time you do or don't spend with your family. Paternity is much simpler than that. While it may be simpler, the true meaning of being a father that Clannad demonstrated was still far more daunting a task than anything else I just listed. The true meaning of being a father lies in the will to do anything and go anywhere for your children, whether it merely be to a field of flowers or all the way to the ends of the earth. I'm not saying a father should just give everything to his children. He shouldn't just give fish to his children to feed them. In a way, a father should be there and do all that he can to not only give his children the fish that they can't get on their own, but also teach them to fish so that they can feed themselves. When this video uploads, it will be October 3rd. That day is a special day. It is the day that my biggest life role model was born, my dad. Specifically, it will be his 50th birthday. He's put up with me for 18 years to raise me into who I am today, so I'd like to pay tribute to the best dad in history. Dear Dad, I wish thanks really wasn't such a weak word. It simply does not encapsulate all my appreciation for all you've done for me. That being said, I don't know any other way to express my gratitude in words other than using that one word. So, thanks. I know through a lot of my life I've been a somewhat distant person. A relationship is a two-way street, and I feel as though I really haven't given my fair share of effort in our relationship until relatively recently. I feel like before a year or so ago, I hadn't really gone out of my way to talk to you all the time and tell you about all the things going on in my life unless you asked. I wholeheartedly regret not doing so sooner. It makes me feel like I've had so much lost time in building our relationship. Even through it all, you mostly respected my closed-off personality unless you felt obligated to step in. Although it may not have seemed so to you, I was thankful that you didn't try to pry into my reserved nature very often. I appreciate you putting up with that side of me, and more than anything, I want to thank you for accepting and supporting my desire to change myself. I honestly would be nothing without you and Mom both being there for me. I'm in college now, thanks to you pushing me to be determined to chase my dreams in high school. I'm supposed to be living on my own, but I feel as though the time when I'll need you most is yet to come. I imagine that you, Mom, and all of us still have a lot of hardships ahead of us. We may face even more adversity than we have any other time in the past, but I am confident we can make it through. I'm confident because I know, through everything, you'll be there for us. I know that you will do anything and go anywhere, whether it's to a mere field of flowers or all the way to the ends of the earth, for us. You've done so much for me. I hate to ask for more, but I'm still going to need to rely on you as I continue to grow older and move on with my life. Through thick and thin, I know that you will always be there for me. Again, I wish there was a better word to express my gratitude, but thanks for everything. Thanks for everything you've done for me, and thanks in advance for all your support in the coming future. You'd better be careful though. After all, it may not be long before I'll be taking care of you. Just kidding, 50 isn't that old. Happy birthday, Dad. I love you. I encourage all of you, if you can, to reach out to your father right now. Let him know you're there. Tell him all the things you haven't been able to say. Tell him all your troubles. Rely on him. Most importantly, I want you to thank him. For those of you who can't do so, I want you to reminisce on all of the memories you have with your father, mother, guardian, whoever. The point is, these people are important to our lives. Tomoya and Ushio are a perfect reminder to us that we can never lose sight of the good these people have done for us, even if that good is constantly clouded by grief, suffering, or pain. To the best dad in the entire world, I want to say thanks. I've already said it so many times in this video alone, but no matter how many times I say that word, it will never be enough to express my appreciation for all you've done. Even so, I'll keep on saying it until I can't anymore, because I really, truly cannot thank you enough.